You might recall that not too long ago, United Airlines announced a massive cabin retrofit program coming to its fleet of mainline narrow-body aircraft. Just like what Delta did a few years earlier, United's upgraded cabins would bring in-seat power and new seatback entertainment screens to hundreds of older aircraft. United initially planned to complete this project by 2025. Unfortunately, they still have quite a ways to go, meaning they won't reach the 2025 target. However, it is encouraging to see that the airline is making progress. On today's flight from Denver to Dallas-Fort Worth, I was pleasantly surprised to see that my 737-800 was freshly refurbished with this new signature cabin. So, is this new cabin worth the hype, and are there any drawbacks? Well, that's what we're going to find out today, so thanks for tuning in, and let's get started. Good afternoon from Denver, United's largest hub by number of flights. After arriving from Chicago, I had a little over an hour to get something to eat before heading to my next gate. Connecting between United flights at Denver is always pretty straightforward. Most flights depart from Concourse B, with a couple also departing from Concourse A, but Denver Airport is pretty easy to navigate, so even tight connections can be made rather easily. Today we're departing from gate B44, and November 35271 is our 737-800 today. United has 141 of these Dash 800s, but as of now, only 36 have been retrofitted. Now, there's actually a way to tell if your flight will have the new interior or not. In the days leading up to your flight, United will send you an email with what you can expect on board. Now, take a closer look at these icons. You can clearly see that not only is seatback entertainment listed, but also Bluetooth connectivity, and that's the real giveaway. While United does have the older, soon-to-be-replaced DirecTV screens on their 737-700s, some 800s and 900s, those do not have Bluetooth connectivity. So if you're meant to fly on any of the following aircraft and receive that email from United, be on the lookout for that Bluetooth icon. United's 737-800 has 166 seats, with 16 in first class and 150 in economy. Depending on the aircraft, there are either 48 or 54 seats designated as Economy Plus. I'm at the back today in seat 31F. The seats overall are the same, a little firm but nothing too bad. On the seat back, really the only thing that's changed is that instead of the literature shelf, there's now a touchscreen monitor with a headphone jack and both USB-A and C ports. As always, there's a tray table and then the seat pocket with the usual contents, including the final issue of the Hemispheres magazine. Now, I won't lie, it felt a lot tighter than normal sitting back here. I'm 5'10" or something like that, so if you're any taller, then you might struggle a bit with this legroom. Below the seats, you'll find universal power outlets with 2 per every 3 seats, and then passenger service units overhead. Shortly before pushback, the crew passed around free earbuds for the in-flight entertainment, which was a nice touch, although these were absolute trash in terms of sound quality. Soon boarding was completed, and I was grateful to see that the seat next to me was empty.
Do not use the aft exits unless advised by a crew member. You will also find 4 life rafts located in marked compartments. Locate the 2 exits nearest your seat. Remember, they may be behind you.
If you are seated in an exit row, you may be asked to assist the crew during an evacuation.
Pouch. If present, remove the strap-on around the pouch. Tear open the pouch, remove and unfold the vest. Slip it over your head, wrap the belt around your waist, and secure it to the buckle in front. Hold it loose and tight. Inflate your vest just prior to exiting the aircraft by pulling down.
Now, during the pandemic, we saw multiple airlines retire their in-flight magazines like American and Delta. United managed to hold on for another few years until September 2024 when, after 34 years, they announced the end of print magazines. This final issue had an awesome section dedicated to the history of hemispheres and how United has changed as an airline since the first issue came out in 1992. And as a random fun fact, I've actually flown this exact 777 from Chicago to Denver in 2021. Anyway, it was really cool to read about how far United has come, especially with their route network. They are now the largest airline in the world by number of destinations. I also really love this part about the Airbus jets and the logo evolution. It's actually crazy how some of United's A320s have worn 4 different paint schemes over the years. Let me know in the comments if you can name them all. Okay, so here's the main attraction with this new cabin. These new screens are the same ones that I've reviewed on Air Canada's A220 and Aeromexico's 737 MAX, for example, and they're great. They're easy to use, responsive, and United having one of the best IFEs out there makes everything even better. Of course, my first order of business was to check out the in-flight map, and I wasn't disappointed. This was really detailed. Sometimes I feel that these 3D maps are a little too detailed with so many different features, but I guess that's part of the fun. Refreshment service on this flight was a choice of drink and 4 choices of snack. I took a water and pack of pretzels and crackers, which was good enough, same old, nothing special. One thing I did notice on this flight was how many people were making use of their screens. That's great to see because before, United's domestic fleet relied heavily on streaming to your device entertainment, something that American Airlines has favored in recent history, themselves ditching seatback entertainment for streaming alternatives. But I think that if someone was looking for in-flight entertainment, then a proper screen in front of them would be a lot more preferable than powering on your personal device and using up its battery. Of course, on this flight, there wasn't much time to enjoy much entertainment anyway, as it wasn't very long before we began our descent into DFW. Tonight's approach brought us in from the northwest before passing Fort Worth and its suburbs on downwind, hitting a 180 over Arlington and landing from the south onto runway 36 left. So United's new signature cabin, aka United Next, is it worth the hype? Well, in all honesty, no, it's nothing revolutionary, but it is really great to see this new chapter of United. I do think that people will enjoy flying United a lot more, but I will say that the legroom on these 737s definitely feels tighter than the Airbus jets, but that might just be me, I don't know. Otherwise, great product and a great flight. With that, welcome to DFW, and thanks for sticking with me until the end. I've got some more exciting videos from this trip coming out soon, so stay tuned. But until next time, take care everyone, and I'll see you later. Good night.